This is the new Echo Dot. It has a new striking spherical design that glows. It's ready to be your smart home control center, and now this Echo is more environment friendly than ever. Hi there, I am Titus, and today we're reviewing the new Echo Dot. We'll also be comparing it to the two previous Echo Dots, as well as the new Echo. And I'll be revealing some really cool Alexa features that you may want to try yourself. Anyway, let's get to it. In the box, it includes the Echo itself and a white power adapter. It features 4 buttons at the top. 2 of them are volume buttons, one of them is a mute button, and then there's an action button. Size-wise, it's about the size of a softball, whereas if you compare it to the new Echo, it's quite a bit smaller. To give you a better size comparison, the Echo is about the size of a cantaloupe, and the Echo Dot is about a softball, like I said. The one I have here is the Echo Dot with clock, and as you can see it with the time here. The only difference between the normal Echo Dot and then the Echo Dot with clock is the time being here, but there is one other thing, and we'll talk about that later that's a difference. Let's compare the Echoes that I have here and the sound quality. This is the second generation Echo Dot. I think in my last video I said it was the first generation. There was one before this, and sorry about that. This is the third generation. This one came out last year, I think. This is the one that we're reviewing today. And then this is the brand new Echo. And as you can see, a lot bigger. I'm gonna be playing each of these at maximum volume so you can hear the maximum sound each of them can do. And I'll be adjusting my microphone's pickup so that way it doesn't peak and it doesn't sound really unpleasant to your ears. Just keep in mind that they're gonna sound louder to me than they are to you, but this is so you can hear the volume difference and then the overall quality. With the second gen Echo, it's not the best sound. It's definitely a little tinny. It works, you can hear it, but not as good as some of these other guys. So let's go to the next one, the last gen Echo Dot. That definitely sounds a lot better. It's definitely louder. But here is the moment of truth. How does it compare to the new Echo Dot? Because I'll be honest, I'm impressed with that one for that size. So let's see if they improved it at all. Okay, wow. That definitely sounds better. I'm not gonna say it's leaps and bounds better like the second gen Echo to the third gen Echo, but it's definitely improved. It sounds louder, just a little bit louder, and it's a more full sound. I can definitely hear some bass in it. So really interesting. I'm kind of glad they improved it. Let's see how it compares to the big brother though, the main deal, the Echo. Okay, that's not really a fair comparison. The Echo is a much larger thing, and it's definitely shows. It's much louder. It's definitely a real quality sound. I'd say maybe it's like twice as loud, maybe not quite twice as loud as the Echo Dot. But yeah, that is definitely improvement, but it is impressive how much the current Echo Dot has improved. Now, if you are interested in that new Echo, I did do a full review of it here. I even compared it to a Sonos device that I've been using for a long time that I think sounds great. It's really interesting to hear the quality difference there. Although the Echo Dot sounds pretty good considering the size, if you're not happy with the sound quality, you have a few options. First, there is a port where you can plug in an external speaker on the back of the Echo Dot. You can even pair 2 of these Echo Dots for a stereo sound, which is pretty cool. Now, I will note that it does limit you to 2 different speakers that you can sync up. I would like to see Amazon at some point come out with a whole home audio solution where you can listen to music throughout your house, maybe one day. And you do have a last option if you want to connect your Echo Dot to something else. You can actually use Bluetooth to connect it to certain Bluetooth speakers. They have to not have a pairing code for it to work. And if you have a Fire TV, you can use the Echo Dot as a speaker for your television. To be honest, I don't know if most people will be happy with it because I don't know if it's really loud enough to be your TV speakers, but it works, and you can actually use 2 of these for a stereo solution to get a little bit more volume. The microphone quality through this is really good. I did do a phone call through this with my wife, and she thought I came through pretty great. It even does a great job of hearing my voice when something is playing loudly in the room. Now, this was a pretty annoying problem, but it seems like Amazon has done a really good job of improving the ability for these Echoes to pull out your voice in the room from everything else that it's hearing, which is really impressive. It might be software that's doing it, because I even noticed on the 2nd gen Echo, it seems to be better than it used to be. Now this next stuff is just for the Echo Dot with the clock. One of the most useful features of Echoes is setting a timer, and when you do that with the clock dot, well, Alexa, set a timer for 6 seconds.
6 seconds, starting now.
Another interesting feature of the clock dot is that it was designed to be an alarm clock replacement. So you can set an alarm verbally like this. Alexa, set an alarm for 1:19 p.m.
Alarm set for 1:19 p.m.
Two things that are interesting. One, if it has an alarm going off in the next 24 hours, you'll see this little dot here that tells you that. Also, if the alarm clock goes off, you can just tap the top and it'll snooze it. Again, all these features I just mentioned are unique to the Echo Dot with clock. One neat thing that Amazon is doing is you can set up specific Echoes to be just for your kids. When you set up an Echo to use Alexa for kids, it'll do things like block explicit songs. You can set things like time limits. You can block your kids from ordering things on Amazon, which honestly is something I hadn't considered before. Yeah, I could see how that would be a problem. Basically, your Echo would be your kid Santa. One interesting thing Amazon is doing with the Echo Dot is it's making these new Echoes more environmentally friendly. Maybe that matters to you, maybe it doesn't, but let's just go through it anyway. One of the things that they're doing is they're introducing a low power mode whenever the Echo isn't idle, which, by the way, why didn't they do this before? Another thing they're doing is that a lot of the materials used to make these new Echoes are recycled materials. And they're also trying to produce the green energy to replace the energy that your Echo would use. But it's not really clear exactly what that means. Does that mean literally they're trying to create enough green energy to cover all of the Echo devices, or just your Echo device? I don't know, the wording's a little weird here. But another thing they're doing is that in the Alexa app, at some point, they're going to tell you how much electricity all of your Alexa connected devices are using. All of that sounds pretty good to me. It's cool that Amazon is going that route. Okay, as promised, here are some Alexa features that you might not have known about before. Now, routines are great, and I've talked about them before, and basically they're a way that you can set up phrases to trigger different smart devices in your house. Sometimes what happens is I don't remember the exact phrase that I set up. Well, what's cool is Alexa uses some sort of AI that as long as I say something close to it, it can still trigger the routine. Okay, this is the exact phrase that I set up. Alexa, set studio to daylight. And now everything is just white. Okay, and here is me messing it up. Alexa, turn on daylight. Pretty cool. Now, one really simple smart device that I've been using is my Nest thermostat, and it's really cool to use my Echo to change the temperature. Just a really nice feature. A new feature that I literally just discovered is 7-minute workouts. It's a really, really cool feature, and it's kind of what it sounds like. It's a 7-minute workout where your Echo will basically guide you through a workout. It'll also let you select 2 different types of music, and it'll also let you select how intense you want the workout to be, and like every 20 seconds or so, it'll give you a new exercise to do. Pretty cool. Another neat feature is the ambient white noise, and it's a really cool feature. Alexa, play sleep sounds.
Do you want to try Rain Sounds by Sleep Jar?
Yes.
Okay, here's Rain Sounds by Sleep Jar.
Another great feature is just telling your Echo to play a podcast. Play the Spitballers podcast.
Here's Spitballers Comedy Podcast from Apple Podcasts, playing the latest episode, My Power Arm and the Best Dad Jokes Part 2.
If you're on the road and listening to this, it doesn't matter where...
Alexa, I got 99 problems.
But a glitch ain't one.
Conclusion time. I really like Echoes. I think Amazon does a great job of adding new features all the time. So as time goes on, these smart devices get more and more useful. In fact, there's not really much that this one can do that the one from a year ago or even 2 years ago can't do. But if I'm being honest, other than the neat design and the, decent improvements to audio, if you have the last gen's model, I don't think you really need to upgrade. Again, these aren't exactly like smartphones. It's not like they're getting faster and more powerful and all that stuff all the time. they're structurally basically the same devices each year. They just try to improve them in some different ways. Like in this case, it was a really cool design and a little bit improved sound. It definitely sounds better. And if you're looking for a new Echo Dot, I think this is a good option, but I've seen the previous generation's Echo Dot go for as cheap as like 20 bucks. I think I've even heard of people getting it for free sometimes. And then this Echo Dot is $50. So I think you just gotta weigh whether or not that's worth it to you. I think where I'm landing this thing is, I'm not sure I recommend this particular Echo Dot. It's not that like you won't be happy with it, because I think you will, but I think last year's model is just such a good deal right now. Being able to get it for like 20 bucks versus this for 50, I definitely would go the $20 way. But as time goes on, if you're watching this in the future and this one is $20, then absolutely go for it. But I think at this current time, I definitely think you should shift to the last generation one, although this one is super interesting. But that is my opinion. What do you think below? I would love to hear it. As previously mentioned, if you want to see a review of the other new Echo, the big brother of this, you can see that right there. I also did a review of the previous generation's Echo, which I really loved that thing at the time, and I still really love it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I definitely have other reviews of other Amazon products and other cool tech coming up very soon. If you're interested, please subscribe. And if you liked this video, please let YouTube know with hitting the like button. That definitely helps the channel out a lot. Again, I am Titus, and I guess I'll see you next time. Alexa, beam me up.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure where I'm sending you, but I hope it's someplace warm and sunny.